What is up, everybody? This is Chris Hubbard.
What's going down is Big Struggle.
Hey, this is Brotherhood the Unveiling.
Welcome to our safe space.
Hey, man, we're back. And we just want to recap, man, on last week, man. Last week was really good.
It was dope.
Great topics, man. And I think that we got a lot across. How you feel about last week, bro?
Man, last week was a vibe, bro. It really set the foundation for what we're trying to do. And so, I'm excited, bro, especially for this week, bro. Like I'm excited thinking about, the future moving forward and us being in a safe space to be able to talk about some of the things that we deal with. But to have other people come on and give us the real, the raw, the truth about what they deal with, it kind of brings it all together. It's the brotherhood.
Yeah, it is, man. And that's what we speak about, man. That's what we talk about, man. The Brotherhood, the Unveiling. It's not just about, sports and things like that, man. We want to dive deep into your life. You can go a long way with just saying a few words, man, to somebody that you don't even know, man. It just might make you feel a little better. And
Absolutely.
That goes a long way, man, as far as like talking to your brother, that brotherhood, that friendship, man. I mean, you could dive deep into a lot of things, man. But this episode right here, man, what we got going on right now, man, we got a brother, man. We got a friend. He went to UAB with us, went through the struggle with us, man. On
the struggle.
Man. And today, man, we just want to bring him on and just talk about what's going on with him today. And that brother of ours, his name is Darrin Reaves. And, man, I can't wait to see what he has to say on this show today, man. We're excited. We hope you guys love this show. Let's bring my guy on, man.
Let's get it. My boy.
What's up, man?
What is up, man? What is up, man? How you doing today, bro?
I'm doing good, man. I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed.
Absolutely.
That's it, man.
Absolutely. Tell the people who you are, man. Tell who are we talking to?
Yeah, man. Darrin Reaves is second, man. D Reaves, what a lot of people may know me as. You see right there is me. I used to play for the Carolina Panthers. Played a few years in the NFL, the Kansas City Chiefs also. Played with these guys, man. In college at UAB during the time where nobody really ever gave anybody on that squad a chance. I'm talking about head coach down to the guys who were walk-ons, man, and to really see where we came from then, man, it's really something special. That was a great team. That was a special team. Wins and losses don't say enough about the guys, the friendships, the connections, the things that happened and went down around that time at UAB. So it's a special conversation to be had, especially having on camera, man.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. That's real, man. We had some fun times at UAB, man. When we were there, man, we held each other accountable, man. Like you said, man, I know we didn't win like that, but, man, those losses, man, made us stronger than what we were, man. And look at us today, man. We walking in life, we making things work, man, and doing what we got to do, man. But, man, what are you up to right now? What are you most excited about in your life right now?
Well, man, what I'm most excited about, it's a plethora of things. Like I said, I'm blessed, but I'm most excited about my business, my company right now. We had some things that kind of set us back, but to be honest, we actually put ourselves in a position, I guess you could say, to be set back. So we did better than I thought we would. AG got a clothing line, and we kind of chopped it up briefly about, coming up and getting different suppliers and stuff like that. And it's like, it's just like football in a sense when you start your own business, because you do so much behind the scenes before, right?
Absolutely.
Like, it's a lot of stuff. First off, I have to start with a conversation, and now those conversations are starting to become business transactions, and I'm really excited about that. Where it could take my family and how far we could go with it.
And it's amazing you said business is like football, man, because it truly is. Like to a T. Sometimes you don't get that type of success you want, so you go back to the drawing board. Mm-hmm. That's that work you put in after football, you know what I mean? After practice, that extra work that it's going to take for you to be great. You are right. I think football definitely set all of us up for whatever's for us. You know what I mean? Football's only a small piece of our life when you look at the grand scheme of things. So I think it put us in a great position to grow up and be successful men, especially together.
Yeah, exactly.
It definitely molds you into who you want to be, man. You can take from what the coaches tell you, man, and put that in your everyday life, man, because those guys, man, they done been through a lot. They know a lot of things, and when you hear what they've done and what they say to you, man, it's kind of like it shed light on what you're doing now today, man. So it goes a long way, man. I appreciate the coaches that we had, man. And as far as your business, man, hey, it's on the uprise, man. It's got to keep going, man. Both of y'all,
Let's get it,
man. That's all. And black, man. Black is
man.
beautiful. Come on,
Yeah.
man. That's
Yeah, for sure. You know, us growing up being athletes in our communities, we are from the trenches. So what are some pressures that you felt coming up, bro? Like I know me and Chris would talk, you know, when you're a football player, they look at you different. They treat you different. They expect more from you. What are some things that you kind of experienced along those lines?
At times, and I even say this, you know, even not playing, right? It's like your way out, you probably you're gonna play ball or sell drugs.
Yep, for
You know
sure.
what I'm saying? And then the guys that choose to be like, man, I ain't gonna do that, I ain't gonna sell drugs. Some guys get respect for saying that, you know, and depending on your surroundings. Other guys get a flack. They get flack from it, like, oh, what you scared? You know what I'm saying? Oh, you chose that route. Why you ain't want to do this? So at times, you know, your discipline, you're gonna be tested at times. So your discipline is gonna have to be what takes you to not fall into that, you know, that realm of doing other things or the other ways that people make it out.
Absolutely.
That's deep, man. Because we all come from a background like that, man. I mean, the struggle, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
It's real because you see it happening on these streets, man. You see the youngins out here, you know, having to choose between the streets or football or any type of sport that's going on today, man. You know, a
Facts.
lot of that's going on, man, and we trying to pull them kids out of that kind of life, man, with positivity on what's excellent, man, and that right there is that mental, man. When you work on that
Man,
mental, we go a long way, man. Like that's really deep, man. Man,
Yeah.
I wanna dive into like, man, this might be one of the realest things, man. Like growing up, man, what kind of like male friendships like look like for you?
for me, it was like you say, like a brotherhood, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, I look up. I mean, I look back and I grew up with. We was like brothers. A lot of times, the guys that I was cool with, they were guys that I played football with. And for me, it's just like I know their character, right? I know that, and just like even in playing football, just throughout my entire life, I know their character. I know that when it's time to go to war, they're gonna step about it. Um, you know, they're gonna have my back. I got their back. It's really I just know what they stand for. We know that if it's a guy that we got that's down, we're gonna pick him up. If it's a guy that we have that's not on his stuff, you know, we see that it might be some outside of the game, outside of the field, or something like that we could help him out with, like, you know, just pick him up in some way, shape, or form. We kind of believe that you're on the strongest, your weakest link. And that was kind of how I was, you know,
Yeah,
raised off the game. So, you know, it's just how we looked at it, man. For real, just people looking out for one another. You know, that's
Absolutely.
what I see it as, man.
real.
You know, people from all different walks of life, and just really you having to understand you are. If you do have somebody that's different, you don't treat them different. You work to understand them and how to reach them. So
We always get into like, you know, the personal. So we got our friends, we got our people. But it's that one-on-one stuff that, you know, really when you dig deep, you know, you really try to bring the best out of. So what are some of the biggest mistakes that you've made that has molded you today? And what I mean by is like we all go through something, but I always like to say we go through something to grow through something. You feel what I'm
Thank
saying?
you. That's deep.
So
That's real. No, we
yeah,
all
so every even our mistakes, those are stuff that's stuff that we have to make in times of trying to grow and become who we need to be. So like name some things that maybe have pushed you to grow, because as black men also we got to grow up quicker than everybody else because of the world doesn't allow us to be kids. You feel what I'm saying? We got to be men at a young age.
I think I'm gonna say my most recent mistake, right? Because like I said, risk is risk. Some things what you have to learn as you grow old is what you should risk and what you shouldn't risk.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You know, I think so. I'm gonna say out the gate, like not knowing what to risk, right? Not knowing what to put at risk was my biggest mistake,
For
right?
sure.
And you can take that however you want to, right?
Yeah.
But my most recent mistake, I think I would say, was just not thinking not thinking far ahead. Like some of the stuff with my business is just not thinking far ahead. You know, not for some reason knowing that, dude, you need to get an accountant. I think that was one of the biggest things. Anytime when I deal with money for real, is getting an accountant, because just getting an accountant, stuff like that. Accounting.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy? It's amazing when we become adults and we realize like the stuff we weren't taught is what we really need.
Man,
Think about it. Like, bro, I've never been in an accounting class. I've never been in a credit class. Like, none of that.
Like, and you see how intricate it is these days?
Man, bro, it's everything.
Everyday life, bro. Like, literally, accountant, financial advice, like all that, bro. Like, those things walk you through life, bro. And we were not taught that as black male. On the other side, man, you got the white, you know what I'm saying? They're already taught that at a young age. They already have their 401k, like they know about that stuff. They know about they have a savings plan already saved up and everything like that. But as black men, man, we didn't know how to write up. We didn't even know how to write a check, man, or anything like that, bro. Like you know how to fix your check statement, man. Like we weren't taught that, bro. Like it's just one of them things that we don't see in our society because we're worried about all the other stressors that go on with our society, what it brings to the table. Facts. And everybody will get that because how we're molded, bro, like how we struggle, bro, like I see my mom work three jobs, bro, like to make everything right, you know what I'm saying, to get what we need. So it's just those little things, man, like that, like you see it and like, man, wow, this right here, I needed to know this when I was in college, but I didn't get that, you know?
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Really? Now I'm gonna ask both of y'all. Do you think, and this is kind of off our script, but do y'all think like for NFL athletes or pre-NFL, do y'all think they should have took y'all through a class coming out of college to kind of give y'all more knowledge? I know they have probably the NFLPA that does stuff, but like for me, it's like watching y'all. It's like, do y'all think it's something they should have probably taught y'all while walking into that?
I think so, man.
Or even a backup plan, like talking about a backup plan or stuff like that.
For the most part, man, I really do think so because you're coming in, man. I ain't never seen no money like that, bro.
Right.
You know, and you get a lump sum of money like handed to you for real when you first walk in. Not even touch the field sometimes. Like I was a free agent, and I know my boy Darrin Reaves, man. He can say the same thing. Like that money that you receive, man, that's everything, bro. Because that's before like college, what you get for your Pell Grant. That's way more than all that. You know what I'm saying? So like for real. But I'm just saying, like there should be preparation, bro. Like for us to succeed in a sense, not
for sure
for failure. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But learn that along the way. Like when you ask older vets, like how do you do this? You know what I'm saying? How are you able to accumulate this amount of income, but you're still not even on the field, but they have other sources of income coming in because their money is working while they're asleep. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that we weren't even taught. We need those plans because at the end of the day, you want longevity, not for just right now.
For sure.
You want to be able to see your kids have that nesting egg that's sitting there that you worked so hard for, and for them to be able to move the way they want to move and have like a college fund or anything like that. We need that, bro. Like
for sure.
Different talk, man. And don't get me wrong, I think they are having those now because I'm not in the rookie class, but I feel like they be having those rookie meetings with those things being said right now.
Right.
Yeah. It's definitely a lot of stuff to be learned, and that you have to learn on the fly.
Yeah.
Some people take you through like a small short class or whatever, but you got to learn a lot on the fly, man. And as you grow in business, you understand it, but you know you also want to do what you have to do to make it better for those guys coming in. And I'm gonna say this to anybody who is just coming into the league, you know, you are now the cash cow, straight up. You the cash cow for your family, but first and foremost, you gotta be a cash cow for yourself because if you ain't taking care of yourself, and I know Chris can attest to this more than I can, but if you ain't taking care of yourself, you can't take care of everybody else. So,
and I wanna dive into that, bro. I want you to go into that a little deeper. So, when you become that cash cow, how does that make you feel? You know what I mean? What does that look like when you become the breadwinner? mentally, like the mental aspect of it.
All
Talk
right.
to us, safe space, brother.
It's a safe space, bro. Like we gonna dive deep with you, bro.
Yeah, so it's wild, right? Because if you weren't always that, you find yourself, because like I said, you got to do it on the fly, right? So if you weren't always that, then you find yourself sometimes saying, I saw how such and such did it. I think I'm gonna go about it just pretty much how they did it. It turned out all right, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And that might work, and it might not, you know.
Right.
So the thing is, because we have like a platform like this to be able to talk to guys, I feel like they should really, plan ahead. They should really plan ahead.
Absolutely.
And I want to talk about one, like, with being that situation, because for me, I know I was kind of like, I remember, if I remember this correct, Chris, see, this how I am. I be knowing stuff about folks. Sometimes they don't even know that I don't know. So look, so the initial team called you. Was it Pittsburgh or Pittsburgh's initial team, right?
Yeah. It was, and then Seattle too.
For real. So I remember it was something like, they called you. They hollered at you before the draft, didn't it?
They did, and then they were like, man, you know what I'm saying? We got an eye on you, like maybe like 5th or 6th round or something like that.
Say word.
And then, I waited, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I waited. But man, shoot, we on your story. I'm gonna hit what you got. What you got?
Cause man, shoot, I ain't gonna lie. We ain't really never chopped it up. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
We ain't never really chopped it up for real, man. And I don't know if you know it, like, you were like an OG to me, bro. For real. For real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always, you know what I'm saying, you were from Georgia. Just how you carried yourself, you feel me? You was always about business. And
that's a fact.
Like you similar. I guess you could say you was an underdog because you weren't always outspoken and you was undersized. You feel me? But
always got
but I always seen the dog in you though. You know what I'm saying? I always seen the dog in you. Like when the light go on, you know how to turn it on and then turn it off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why I be holding these up so much, bro, because it was your last year, you feel me, at the team. So
man, hey, you did numbers too.
Yes, sir.
Numbers.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You made that team work, man. Like fun times in that end zone though, bro. Like
for sure.
Having a party.
For sure. Proud of both of y'all, for real.
But yeah, how was it for you though, man? How was it for you, you know what I'm saying, becoming the breadwinner of your family though?
I ain't gonna lie, bro. It was tough having this source of income, bro. Like, I don't know what to do with it because I never, in the beginning, I never had like a financial team or someone to like sit down and to like really talk to me about what I need to be doing for like saving or how I went away, with maneuvering in different ways with my family. It was just always like, man, okay, you need this, all right, I'm gonna do it, all right. Then you know what I'm saying. Talk to my wife, like we talk about it. We could do this, we could do that, but we can't do this. You know what I'm saying? Like different things like that, man. It was tough mentally and physically because you like, man, I gotta take care of. At the end of the day, I gotta take care of my family here foremost. But then I have my other family that's hurting too, that need help in certain ways that they can't. Their house might need something done, or their car note might be something paid on, or something like that, man. And I handled it wrong, man. I ain't gonna lie, I handled it wrong. But now I'm on a verge and track to where like I can't go that route no more. It's like, man, it's no or yes. Ain't no in between. Ain't no maybes no more. If I can do it for you, yeah, I can. I got it. But if I can't, then it's no, because I feel like if you keep doing the same cycle, shoot, we gonna all be down the drain, bro. Like,
exactly.
For sure.
I had to learn that, man, and it took me some time to figure out that. I think about like year 5, bro. Like I really started like saying no for real. So it takes some time because those are the people that you love, them people that you care about the most, and you don't really want to let them down. But at the same time, if you keep going about that same way, man, we all gonna be down, man.
What was one of like the main changes that you feel like you had to make?
Man, I think my mindset, man. And then when I had Creed, man, when my son got here, it wasn't just about me no more. It was about him. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, I want to see better life for him because I didn't necessarily have all that without my upbringing. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it was either like you either fix this or you steadily go this certain way where you're draining, where you're not able to be able to teach your son these valuable lessons that you learn throughout life. So it was just a switch on like, man, I'm a dad, bro. Like now that I'm a dad, I have to learn and educate myself every day on how to be this best person, this best version of myself. No matter if I'm mentally struggling, no matter if I'm physically hurting, you know what I'm saying, and emotionally scarred some days. Them days that I feel like those, man, I'm like, man, at the end of the day, man, my son here, I got to be able to, you know what I'm saying, look out for him in the best way I can because he needs me. He needs me right now. He's 4 years old. He needs me, bro.
Yeah,
so like,
for sure.
that right there is my motivation and my drive to be able to, challenge myself every day. And I'm gonna continue to do that, man. No matter what, if I gotta continue to talk to my therapist to have the best me, then I'm gonna continue to do that.
Man, you spoke on therapy. That's I think that's something that a lot of people don't realize. It's okay. You know what I'm saying?
It's needed. It's
It
needed.
is.
This whole podcast is about mental health.
Facts.
So we all different. We all deal with different things, different struggles. D, how you doing mentally? You know what I mean? This is what this space is for anyway.
Straight
Mentally,
up.
how you doing?
I ain't
Yeah,
gonna lie. I and you got to at some point, no matter what type of storm is going on, you got to find you some type of happiness, right?
absolutely.
That's
So
real.
yeah, man. So I was fresh off a counseling session yesterday, therapy session yesterday. And we're gonna go back. We're gonna hit it back this weekend. And mentally, I'm strong. Mentally, I'm strong. Right. Uh, I think mental health is something you can see that everybody is affected by. Everybody has mental health. Like you can make your mind strong. It's a muscle, right?
Yeah,
The only thing, and since we all play football and we know about all the things that people speak on it, right? The reason that it's so prevalently spoken about in football is because we actually have a true measurement. We actually look at it like we have a baseline of all right, look, this is when your mind is working good. You know what I'm saying? All right, when you click on this image, how was this image turned 10 seconds ago, 10 minutes ago, right? And then we go back and we take the test, and they say you might have a day where you stress, right? And your test scores may be lower than that baseline test. And I think that a lot of people in a day-to-day basis who don't participate in the contact sports, the boxings, the football, the rugby, who don't participate in those contact sports, if they were to take those concussion tests on one day where they felt like they was happy doing well, and then another that they were stressed, they would also they will also see that they have some type of mental exercises that they need to do.
yeah,
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 That's what.
yeah,
Hey, that's true, man. Like those tests are real, man. You know what I'm saying? As far as like your baseline tests, and when you do have a concussion or something like that, man, how you're triggered and honestly, like you see and view things differently, bro.
yeah.
facts,
Like,
facts.
like, like seriously, bro. I think for a fact, man. I know on record I had one concussion on record, but I probably had multiple concussions, bro. Like that's why I deal with different mood swings sometimes, man.
Yeah,
And that's a part of mental health, bro. And like if you don't manage those mood swings, man, like it can like steer you a wrong way. I'm not gonna lie,
yeah.
like
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it steer you a wrong way. I had some times where I wanted to like drink or like you know what I'm saying, or smoke too, man. Like be real, like it just hits you on no time. Like it's like I need a stress reliever because if this stress reliever don't help me cope to what I'm going through right now, then I'm gonna be vulnerable to do something else.
And I can remember one time, bro. I tell everybody this story, D. About one time, man. You had got hit. I think we was playing Marshall, bro. And I knew
oh that.
as soon as you got hit, bro, it wasn't right. And you got back up, you had asked me a question like, bro, well, who we playing? And I was like,
Yeah.
what the hell you mean who we playing, bro? And I'm looking at you, and look, I'm telling them like, bro, he need to come out the field. He didn't come out. They kept you in the game, bro, and it stuck with me for so long because I felt like since you were the horse, you feel me? Well, since you was the man, it wasn't taken serious enough as far as you having a concussion. And I promise, bro, I'm not no doctor, but you had something going on because you asked me who the hell we was playing after you had got hit.
Like, hey, I didn't know who we was playing, what play we ran,
bro.
None of that.
And then he wouldn't even talk. He stopped talking and just was looking. I said, "Oh hell no! hey, get my dog off the field right now. Get him off the field." Yeah, and it always bothered me in sports, bro. I would just watch shit and be like, "Damn!" Like they just don't care sometimes. You know what I mean? Like as far as like college, like definitely college, like it was get your ass up. Like it was like Little League when we played in college. They don't realize we went through the shit.
Man.
Hey, we went through. Excuse my language. I'm cussing on here.
No,
hey, we went through some shit, and then like I think about y'all being undrafted free agents, and then I think about how hard that was probably on y'all because I remember when I walked on, y'all two was the only people that opened y'all arms to me. So that's why our bond was like, you feel what I'm saying? Talk about that mental health state. Like when you literally can lose your job at any moment. How does that play on your mental? yeah, because people don't understand. Like they just think it's glam and they got the money and shit, but not realizing like it's every single day, every minute count for y'all, especially when you undrafted. It's like a walk on. Like, yeah, get it how you live, compete. Like, how did that play on your mental, D?
So for me, it took me a lot of different ways. I smoked a lot. Shoot, I smoked a lot. I smoked a whole lot. For real, I smoked a whole lot. And in college, I ain't smoked much. I probably count on my hand. I count on my hand, one hand, how many times I smoked in college, right? Literally, like, because that was something that I would do when I'm stressed out. But the thing is, I also worked out. We had, we used to hit. So I used to enjoy the physical aspect of football, and so that was something that I did when I was stressed. And as I grew older, right, and playing football, it began to be like the thing that I like. Okay, look, bro, I gotta smoke just to go into practice. I gotta smoke just to go into the building. It got to that point, and I was away from my family, being undrafted, and being always being on the practice squad. I hear say it's like I was told that you could be shipped off to any given team, any different city. So I don't, in the streets, I'm speaking on it, man. In the streets, the main thing about it is making it home. You feel me?
Right.
The main thing about it is making it home. And I wasn't making it home to my family. I was making it home to an empty home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you go out there, you do everything you do every day, and then you go back home and you gotta just FaceTime. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, dang, you busy right now, let me send you a text. You feel me? That was one of the hardest things for me, mentally. Mentally, that was one of the hardest things for me. A lot of folks don't know it because as men, we feel like we gotta be these like a gorilla or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
That got 1,000 scars on his chest, and you can't have emotions. You ain't allowed to have emotions. When you start to express them, somebody gonna look at you sideways, and that's when you have to. You know what I'm saying? You have to do whatever you have to do to demand your respect and understand, like, I'm a man at the end of the day. But, bro, if you actually took accountability to yourself and took account in the things that you went to, you could probably be moving further than what you are right now. That was one of the things for me, man. Emotional intelligence is something that's just it's that's what comes with the mood swings and know how to manage them. That's emotional intelligence. like I said earlier, like I don't be reading books. I read people. I like to have conversations and dig in somebody's mind, let them dig in mine, and we just get there lost with it. Emotional intelligence is like it's amazing. Like my son, they doing that in like the 5th grade. They doing that in the 5th grade.
That's
5,
good.
bro. I'm learning that. I'm learning about that now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So this is amazing. It's amazing, man.
It's different for man. It's different. You know what I'm saying? Like our upbringing completely compared to the kids now, man. Completely different what they're teaching in school now, man.
Yeah.
It's quite amazing. It's quite amazing because you be like, man, like I know my son don't go to school now, but I hear some of the stories that my brother tell me, my god brother tell me, on like what his kids learn in school. I'm like, man, I gotta get prepared for that, man, because I know that. Man. So it's just like at the same time, like, man, you gotta educate yourself, bro. Like you gotta educate yourself on that what's going on in your kid's life, man. That's real.
Yeah,
real.
For sure. I got one for both of y'all. This is a deep one now. I'm going deep.
Come on with it.
In this moment, what have you learned about yourself? I can honestly say, in this moment, I realized the power that I truly possess. And when I say that, it's because I came from broken situations, heartbreak, pain, constant struggle, constant trauma, and I made it through. And that's where like struggle made me came from, because it literally is my life. You know what I mean? And one thing that I can say now as a grown man who is in touch with himself, who is confident in himself, I realize like I'm powerful as hell. What are things that y'all have learned in this moment about yourselves moving like that'll help y'all moving forward? I told y'all it's deep.
It is. Well, I mean, I think, man, with everything that has transpired throughout my life, man, and I've seen a lot, done a lot, still going through stuff to this day. I think that, man, in this moment, man, I'm strong, I'm wiser. I'm able to speak and not have to question or think that I do something wrong. Now it's like I meant what I said, and at the end of the day, like that's the last word of what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm still evolving and still, growing and spiritually. I'm still growing and mentally. You know what I'm saying? I'm still working on those things, man. Like, because it's a journey. You know what I'm saying? Like Nip said, man, it's a marathon, not a sprint. You know what I'm saying? Like this thing gonna continue to go, no matter how long we're gonna be on this earth, man. And I'm thankful for all these opportunities to have, like, to be able to talk to y'all, man. That's one of the main things, to be able to talk to my brothers, even though we don't all necessarily talk that much. You know what I'm saying? Like just being able to being around y'all, man, is one of the things that they would have pushed me throughout the day or throughout the month, whatever it may be, man. Like I said, I'm still learning, bro. I'm still
For sure.
And this, I feel like, and I always try to be in the moment, because if you don't be in it, you're gonna let it miss you. It's gonna miss you every time. In this moment, I feel like we are the new leaders of the generation. Our generation, the things that we've experienced, have surmounted, and they happen so impactful. They happen so impactful on us, and we are the ones who had that voice to be able to tell the world, right? To tell the world and all the followers the impact that those things are on us and how we can positively impact the world. Um, you know, we are powerful. As much as people attempt to say that we aren't, or will make you feel that you aren't, to take away your power and use it for their own good, we do possess that. We do.
That's true, man. That's
sure.
That's real.
Yeah.
Man, we done touched bases on so much today, man. For anybody that's out there listening, it's a message. And, we want to encourage everybody, man, to seek or get mental health, like, treatment, man, because it's real, man. It's really real. But we deal with so much in society, we can go back and say that as Black man. And I want to ask you something, man, bro. Like, In 3 words, describe how society typically views black man.
They know our power, right? So I say powerful for one. Also fearful and sometimes ominous. And I say ominous is once we get to that point, well, okay, yeah, we mentally stable and we have emotional intelligence and all those things. It's a spectrum. There's a spectrum. There's a large spectrum of the things that we can achieve. So powerful, fearful, and ominous.
My dog. Yeah.
Wrong, bro.
Yeah.
Real
Yeah.
talk. Real talk.
That's
Like,
it.
I appreciate that, bro, because I really do think like people view us and they scared of what we are capable of, man. Like if we want to go to our extreme max of life and like to put ourselves where we need to be and where we want to be, man, sky's the limit, man.
Sky's the limit.
Sky's
Yeah,
the limit,
facts.
bro. Sky's the limit, man.
This was good,
this
man.
good, man. This is
This
real
was
good.
good.
I
Yeah.
really appreciate you, bro, for like taking your time out of your day, man, and just come and chop it up with the fellas, man, and be on the show Brotherhood the Unveiling. You know what I'm saying? With me and my partner, man.
Hey, that boy was on our safe space. We went in. This is what we do. This is what we gonna continue to do. We gonna be vulnerable in these spaces, and we gonna open up. And we brothers at the end of it. And this is the Brotherhood Unveiling. Let's get it.
Let's go.
Man. Let's get it.
No evil. It's out there. It's up there. It's stuck there.
Yes,
For
sir.
sure.